All right, medical. Luca's available. Omax and Maxi are out.
Jason, in terms of the defense, you guys have forced OKC in a lot of shot clock situations. Just what have you liked most about defense from your team?
Yeah, I think just the focus of the group. It's not just an individual. We talk team defense, so I think for us it's about trying to keep their stars in front. It's hard to do, and so but to be able to make them, take shots or contested shots late in the clock is something that we've talked about as a team.
How much is communication have to do with that too?
Yeah, I think communication's huge. Trust is a big thing that we talk about, just trusting one another. When you talk about Shea and Jalen, those guys are super talented, and it's hard to guard one-on-one. So you try to throw as many bodies and try to keep them in front. They're still going to get shots, but you just try to make it tough on them.
Coach Kidd, with Jaden Hardy, he played 15 minutes last game, the most he's played in all the playoffs. What are you looking for in Hardy's minutes, and is he someone that you expect to run heavily again tonight?
Great question. We'll see. I'm not going to tell you who's playing tonight.
What do you look for in those minutes, though? What do you want from him?
To be positive, to do what he did, stack another good day. I thought, Hardy was ready, and we've always talked about that with injuries or, our group has always worked extremely hard, even if they don't play. When their name or number is called, they respond in a positive way. And so I thought Hardy was great on the road, and if he does play tonight, we'll see how he does.
You all strung together some good defensive performances. It seems like, I guess from the outside looking in, it's energy, effort, communication, which you would think would pretty easily carry over from game to game. How do you feel about that on getting the defensive carryover? Is it as simple as that, or is it a little bit more complicated to try to make sure you keep bringing it defensively?
Nothing is easy in this league, especially defense. And so, to be able to compete, the guys in this league are very talented scorers. And so you got to give them different looks. Again, it's a group. It's not an individual, defensively. We always talk team defense, and so guys have done a great job of buying into that. But the energy and spirit is something that we talk daily, and being positive and moving on to the next play. And that's just something that we've really have done a really good job with here of late, and need to continue to do that if we want a chance to win tonight.
Jason, what has PJ given you guys, not just on offense, but also on defense?
Yeah, he's a culture changer. He has helped us on both sides of the ball, defensively. And then looking at the offensive end, he's been great in this series, but he's been great since we've got him in the trade. So he's someone that we can go to offensively in the post. He's been able to knock down open threes. And then lastly, his ability to put it on the floor and play make has been something that has been really big for us.
Jason, you're asking a lot out of your centers, to play, almost a one-man zone in the middle, to play, sometimes switch out, sometimes play different pick-and-roll defenses. How impressive is it for both of those players, both Daniel, who got here mid-season, and Derek, who's just a rookie, to be able to adapt and perform in kind of the ways that you guys expect out of them?
Yeah, I think we're asking a lot, yes, but they probably would say that we're probably not asking enough. That's just who they are. They've been able to change, when you look at who's starting, who's not starting, who's what minutes, who's playing the most. They've been great being able to sub in for one another. They support each other. They cheer for one another. But the defensive side, yes, the different things we've asked them to play one-man zone, to be able to switch. They've never complained. They've just given their effort, their best effort, and that's all we can ask for. And so hopefully it's something that we can, continue to lean in and get better at.
Is there a satisfaction for you as a head coach? You guys started this defensive progress and trying to implement this scheme in training camp, and obviously there's a lot of things that contributed to the defense, becoming what it has been over the end of the regular season and through the playoffs. But just to start that journey and to see the players come through and deliver on it in such a synchronized way, like, what's the experience like for you?
Yeah, it's great. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I think you brought up an incredible word, team. That's how we're built. I know we've talked about this. Luka and Kyrie are going to get a lot of the attention, but they spread the wealth around to the other guys, which is a beautiful thing. And so we win as a team and we lose as a team and we learn as a team. And that's, what makes this group special is that no matter what, good or bad, we're always, trying to learn from each other. And you talk about the bigs, Maxi's part of that big. And so for us to be able to, move forward without Maxi, because he is a big part of that defensive scheme. And so those two bigs have eaten up that time and have done a really good job with that.
Your rebounding has been pretty good throughout the playoffs, this series in particular. How much of that is, and I don't know if there's a way to strategically do this, but the tip outs that you guys have been getting on the offensive end, seems like there's been a lot of them. Is that just a matter of wanting to keep the ball alive, or do these guys, the big guys, know that, okay, I'm going to try to just tip it out this direction, maybe somebody is supposed to be there?
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. Tyson did that a long, long time ago, and gave us opportunities, second opportunities. In today's game, everybody's a rebounder, the smallest guy to the tallest guy. Because of the threes in today's offense, it's about crashing the boards and giving yourself a second or third opportunity at points. It could be a putback or it could be a three. And so the more offensive rebounds that you can, you can get to, the better your offense will be, less defense you have to play. So I think when you talk about the tip outs throughout the league, not just us, but when you look at smalls are averaging or getting a lot of their hands on balls for second opportunities. Kai's not the smallest, but he came out with a big tip to Luka for a three. And so you can see, the game has changed. It used to just be bigs rebounding and tipping out, but now it's everybody who's on the floor has the green light to crash.
The parts are different now. But how similar is this defense to the one that went to the Western Conference Finals 2 years ago?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know what the numbers say about that first year, but this team is probably better defensively. There's a lot of different ways we can go big or small, and so I would say this team is better defensively. Probably not even close, just because of the defense that we're able to read or switch. I don't think we could do that first year. And no disrespect to that first team. That first team was pretty good too.